What's up, Sway Network? You already know the vibes, man. Look, I don't gotta talk too much. You seen the title of the video. You know what we doing today. We got a special guest, and yo, so this is my first time doing a video like this, and I'm gonna be posting videos like this often. Let me know if you like it. I know you guys are gonna enjoy it. But basically, in this video, we're gonna be giving some sauce. I got a special guest. He's a 7-figure entrepreneur, and this right here, what you're about to get in this channel, you're gonna get a chance to hear a 7-figure earner basically break down his business. So for that, I'm giving you guys a lot of sauce and a lot of gems, and in return, bro, this guy has a mentorship that he charges thousands of dollars for. So in return for this sauce, for these gems, all you gotta do is like this video, comment, share it to a friend, share it to your entrepreneur friends, and you know, turn the post notification on, man. And like I said, I don't gotta do too much talking. The next clip is when we at the warehouse with Wayne. We gone. All right, man, so we just got here. Wayne's inside. I'm not gonna say too much. We're gonna walk in. I'm gonna let Wayne introduce himself, and yeah, let's get it. Wayne, my man.
What's up, brother? How are you, man? Good. Come on, I want to show you around a little bit. I'm trying to keep you over to give you the grand tour. What's up? Bar set up, customers, they come hang out. That's where we build, design their cars, have our meetings, talk about what we're gonna do. To the vehicles, you know?
What exactly, like first off, before anything, I want you to introduce yourself real quick. Who is Wayne? What do you do?
So, we pretty much, build a lot of custom cars, exotic car collisions, what we specialize in. We take pride in what we do. We really, we love to turn out a perfect product. Our guys that work with us, they're artists. Frame for like metal work, all the heavy tools. That's why this looks so that's pretty much a brief overview of the shop. What we
do. So he just hopped off a phone with who? Somebody who played with?
He plays, I don't know who the fuck plays for. Jesse! Who's Ike play for? Saints. He plays for Saints now. I think he played for the Packers and the Giants before. He's a great customer of ours. He's always coming through. We're doing his G-Wagon 63 up for him right now.
Yeah, so you work with a lot of like celebrities, athletes, and people like that.
Yeah, a ton of celebrities, athletes. We've done a few cars for Danny, for 6ix9ine,
okay,
for El Alfa.
All right, so with that being said, you got any crazy stories with people like that? Like,
I got a ton of stories, bro. I go on for days.
Don't expose
I don't want to tell you
nobody.
too much.
You can't expose you, man. Feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
But tell the people something.
I mean, we get crazy stuff. People, we're in the collision industry, and we fix custom cars and exotics. These people, they party, they're out, the nightclubs, the scene, the lifestyle,
Yeah.
Bro, they're crashing in the middle of the night, they're drinking. Yeah, Wayne, help me, please. It's 4 a.m. I'm like, dog, I'm in bed,
Yeah.
Bro, please, the Rolls is wrecked on the side of the highway. I'm like, yo, brother, I'm sending you an Uber. Leave it there. Get out of there,
Yeah.
I watch out for my customers. We're a team, and once you're one of our customers, you're part of our family, too.
Yeah.
So
that's dope.
We do what we got to do for our people.
That's dope. So look, let me ask you this. In this business, what's the niche? Like, what is it called? Just an auto shop?
So what I'm known for is building cars for the stars. We're at more or less a celebrity custom car and collision shop.
All right.
I built my business off of referral-based clientele, where I was only working for friends, family, people that I knew and wanted to work for.
Okay.
And it just took off and got so big that we had to open a second and third location, and that's where we come in with the franchises. And we have a few locations now in South Florida so that we can accommodate everybody.
Okay.
All makes, models, and types of people.
And so what are some different ways that you're making money? Because I know you told me earlier, you do the painting, you do the, you fix up cars, you also do the body, the body works. Maybe like break down, if you can, some numbers, or like, and also like what are, just explain to them, like what are some different ways in this industry that you can make money?
So our average shop, the franchise average shop that does the daily cars, we gross around $2 million a year per location.
Okay.
That's kind of the sweet spot where I like to stay. And you profit around $700,000 after all expenses are done. So it's a profitable business the way that we built it. Most shops don't operate like us. Mm-hmm. We've streamlined and perfected every system, and I've been able to maximize what we make on the jobs. A lot of that work is insurance work, the daily driven cars and so forth. This location that you guys are in is our headquarters, our training facility, and our custom car shop. Okay. So we do a lot of like high-end clientele here, a lot of custom stuff. A lot of stuff that a lot of other shops are scared to fuck with because of the liability.
Okay.
These expensive cars, you need guys that are artists to work on them. They're not just your average body guy or painter, you know? So our guys are over the top here. And and we take pride in what we do, and it's, you know, you really got to be perfect. So it's a lot harder to work on these in the regular cars. This is something that's a little niche.
Yeah.
You know, this is where we make a lot of our money do these things because no one else wants to do it, and they're scared to mess with them.
But like, what are some different things that customers pay you for?
So the collision work is our main source of revenue,
Okay.
and that's mainly insurance, people get in accidents.
Yep.
Our second source of revenue is custom work, which is the wide body kits, wheels, tires, custom interiors, custom paint jobs, you know, like show you a bike inside that we did,
Yep.
or custom airbrushing that we do here in-house,
Fire.
things like that. And then our third source of revenue is probably the performance stuff that I have another shop that I partnered up with that we sub a lot of our stuff out to. So a lot of like dyno tuning,
okay.
suspension work,
Fire.
lowering, stuff like that, exhaust, you know, basic shit.
Yeah.
I don't get into the crazy stuff. I don't like taking the motors apart and getting into heavy stuff like that. It's really not for me. It's not my forte.
Okay.
It sometimes becomes more work than it's worth. So I try to stick with the things that I enjoy doing and that make me money at the same time.
Dope. So, I mean, obviously you didn't start with this location. You didn't start, you know, this is a freaking beautiful location. I got all these exotic, sexy ass cars here. So what I want to ask you real quick, if you had first I want to ask you kind of how you got started, and then also like to branch off a little bit. If you had $1,000 to your name and you want to be a Wayne, you know, like you're young, you know, let's say 8 years ago when you first got started, how would you, in 2023, how would you do this all over again?
So believe it or not, you said 1,000, but I started this business with $3,000.
Okay.
I had $3,000 saved up at the time. I borrowed my uncle's Escalade. It was a snowstorm up in New York where I grew up. Mm-hmm. Brand new Escalade, he just got it. I slid down a hill, crashed it, wrecked the whole front end. Damn. Called him up. After I, you know, the smoke cleared, he was
what did
flipping
Unc
out.
say? What did Unc say?
What the fuck, going ballistic, you know, crazy.
Yeah.
My brand new truck. I'm not letting you borrow my shit again. I
Yeah.
called my friend who had a body shop that I used to always mentor. I would go by and see his shop and the beautiful cars. He had a great facility. He had the women, the cars, the money, the house, everything. I was like, fuck, this guy's great, you know?
Yeah.
So I used to stop by, check it out all the time. I go sweep the floors, hang out, bullshit. Called him up. I said,
How old are you back then?
This is 9 years ago now.
Okay.
So I called him up. I said, dude, I got a job for you. I wrecked my uncle's car. So he's like, listen, if you can get it to me today, I'll throw you some money. I take care of you. I'll throw you a referral fee.
Okay.
So I'm like, dope, you know? Called my uncle and brought the car over, had it towed. Gave me $500. So I'm thinking,
Ooh, quick little
fuck, nice, you know? I get in the car, driving, I see another car, it's wrecked. I'm like, shit, I call him back up. I'm like, yo, brother, if I send you, you know, another job, you take care of me? He's like, yeah. I said, bro, what if I send you 10 jobs a week? You give me 1,000 on each job? And he's like, yo, if you send me 10 jobs a week, beep, beep, beep. I'm not gonna say what he said. But he's like, I guarantee you, I'll give you a G on each one, no problem. 3 weeks went by. I brought on 10 jobs that week.
Damn.
I went to the gas station, Dunkin' Donuts, I was drinking coffee. Someone pulled in the car. Hey, how are you? I'm Wayne. I see you know, your car was hitting the side. You want to fix it? I just partnered up with the body shop, you know? I handle a lot of their marketing and so forth. And, you know, I told them, listen, I have a couple of incentives. I can pay for your rental car, you know, for 3 days. Help you out.
Yeah.
You know, bring it in. So they brought the car in.
Do the shop give them the incentives, or with your $1,000?
So I was giving incentives out of my 1,000.
That's smart.
So sometimes people had deductibles, $500 deductible. I don't have the money for the deductible. I'd say, don't worry about it. I got it. I cover your deductible. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'd be straight up with them. But listen, I get $1,000 commission on every job I bring. I'll split it with you.
Okay.
Bring the job in. I didn't care because I'm making $500 on it. You know what I mean? So if I tell you, yo, I can make you $500, I make $500. I'm fair, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all got to eat. So I brought him in, you know, the 10 jobs. He gave me a stack of cash, 10 grand. It was the first time I ever had 10 grand in my life. I'm like, fuck. Bro, I went crazy. I went call two of my boys. I'm like, yo, I need help. I'm going to give you guys $200 for every job you get me. So I put two of them on the street. They started grabbing them. Another one. Next thing you know, it grew. I had 50, 60,000 saved up in the last like 2 months.
Jeez.
That's when I rented a little shop, my first facility, a little teeny 2-bed garage. And I started my referral-based business where customers would come in. I would meet them, bring them to my shop. And then I would bring them there. I'd put them in their loaner car, their rental, and then I'd bring them to the shop and get it done. Keep getting my referrals, but I had an office. I looked more legitimate.
So,
and I slowly built it up from there.
Fire.
Hired my painter, hired my body guy, hired my estimator. I was paying them per job at first, and then eventually, once I got busy enough, I brought them up full time, and now we're here.
So when you're saying referral-based business, what does a referral look like? Like, for example, when you're getting these cars for your uncle, or for what was it? For the guy that
had the shop.
For the guy that you knew, how are you getting them? You said you were posted up? Are you just like driving around?
I go everywhere. I go to Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, anywhere where there's high traffic. I go to Walmart, I sit in the parking lot. I drive around. I would take on my Facebook, I would put an ad up, you know.
Yeah.
Anybody, you know, actually I'd message people randomly. I went to all the local groups, local moms, local this, local sports, the kids, the schools. the teachers, everybody, you know, and I let them know who I am and what I do.
Fire. So what you would recommend to the people watching, let's say they were to get started, you would recommend they get started in the referral route, start referring some clients, and then slowly build themselves up.
That's what I would recommend so that they can learn every aspect of the business. And I just started a course. It's called the Body Shop Academy that I'm going to be teaching. That's where I suggest you buy my course, and you follow that.
What can they get in the course?
I'm going to give you a full breakdown from enter to exit of a vehicle. How to get your customer, how to deal with your customer, managing your customer, getting the repairs done successfully, turning out a perfect product.
Dope.
Literally a full overview of everything.
Fire.
And then I'm going to literally break down all the procedures, protocol, how I would do it. Dope. So you can understand how to get your customer and you can educate yourself before you talk to the customer.
All right, man. Y'all heard that. So if you see a link down below and you're interested, hop on that link. Get right with Wayne. Y'all already know the vibes. As we know, business isn't always sweet. Like, obviously, you're not going to just start a business and it's just going to go perfect as planned and everything's going to go good. So my question to you is, like, what was the biggest game changer for you? Maybe there was a point in time where you're stuck stagnant and then suddenly you just got a big jump. I want to ask you, what caused, if it happened that way, what caused that jump that, took you to the next level?
Yeah, so, I mean, I had all ups and downs in business. And I learned the hard way, which the people that I'm teaching my course to, they're not going to have to learn the hard way. I'm going to save them so much time.
Link in
which
bio.
is big, a big plus. So I've been up and down with it. I've had jobs that have came in when I started. I couldn't get them done. I couldn't get paint to match. So many things. I mean, I'll tell you a funny, quick story. A guy up in New York, I opened my first little bullshit shop. I call it. It was a 2-bay. The walls were built out of styrofoam spray foam board. And the paint booth is a fan. This guy owns like 10 dealerships. Biggest family in my county, the wealthiest family up there. I talked him into having me paint their Lamborghini. Brand new, beautiful Huracan, First came out, it was a crazy blue color. He comes, he sees my shop, it's clean, it's organized, I put on a good show, I could talk with him. Got him to leave the car. But I had the car for 5 weeks. I could not get the color to match. I had 6 different people I brought to paint it. Couldn't do it.
What, didn't have the color to match the color he wanted?
Couldn't get the color to match, so we painted the hood where it's some rock chips. And I wanted to do it to build a relationship with them, because he's always dealerships. I couldn't get the fucking color to match. Every shade was off. It was a little piece in the trunk we did and the front hood. We did everything. I took it to my friend's shop. He couldn't do it. So I'm like, God damn, what do I do now? After 5 weeks, I get it all finished. It looks perfect. I tell him, listen, the back, I can't get it to match. It's a different type of material, whatever, which it was. He understood. He leaves, drives down the road, rocks hit it. The paint wasn't cured all the way. My guys didn't mix the proper amount of hardener. And the rocks chipped all over the place. So I didn't charge him for the job. And it wasn't even the job or the money, but it was the connection relationship that I fucked up. So, a lot of things like that have happened where I've taken on way more than I can handle. And I want to make sure when I teach my class and teach my people, I want to make sure they find the sweet spot where they're comfortable with what they're working on. I couldn't sleep at night over that car. It killed me. Another big thing that was cost to me, I lost probably around $50,000 my first year in business because of it. My painter was mixing material, extra material, spraying material in the air, putting 3-4 coats of paint on when he only needed 1 or 2. Another big mistake, that I'm going to teach about. So I've been through a lot of ups and downs with it, and I've learned the hard way,
So what would you say is like what helped you make the biggest jump?
So my biggest jump was relocating from New York to Florida, to Miami. It's always my dream to come to Miami and live here. I built up the businesses in New York. I had 3 large locations, 20,000 square feet each. Mariano Rivera, he was a Yankees player, Hall of Fame guy. Really great family. They ended up buying my facilities from me in New York. I packed up a couple bags. I got on a plane and came here, and that's a wrap. I haven't come back since. I started up here, and my dream was to move to Miami. I always wanted to live in the Porsche building. I used to look at it online, the Porsche building, that's the building, the cars, I gotta be there. So I finally got myself my spot in the Porsche building. My cars come up to the 50th floor with me. So I finally got to where I wanted to be. But the biggest change was from New York to here. And it completely changed my outlook and everything in life and the business. The clientele that I have here compared to what I had there. The amount of money, I've made double the money that I've made in New York here. Just because of the clientele and the type of people that I'm around.
So you think in this industry there's more money in Florida than there is in New York?
Not necessarily. For me, there is.
So it made more sense for you.
For me. But for the different type of people, there's different types of work, I like what I do. I like the celebrity, the superstar clientele. That's what I like to work with. They like to work with me.
And that also is like a testimony for you, and that helps you bring in more customers.
Exactly. So I got my niche, and that's what I like doing. It excites me.
Fire.
A lot of guys that are in this business, in this industry, they don't want to do that. They want to run their shops and work on cars that they're comfortable working on. They can make money too with it also, and they can make just as much money.
Yeah.
It's just a different feel.
All right, so you never got into like renting? You know what I mean, you have access to all the cars. I'm pretty sure you're like connected in the space. You never got into like dabbling with stuff like that?
So the rental cars, I'll be straight up, nothing against it. I don't like it.
It's too much liability, you
It's
think?
too much liability. I've been pretty successful with what I built here, my businesses and my name.
Yeah.
I would hate to have something happen to a car and jeopardize what I built in my name.
Wouldn't it make sense? Because you have a body shop, so if some shit does crash, you could probably make money off that as well, right?
It's give or take. The rental car, it's a real slippery, gray line
I feel
industry,
Yeah.
A lot of the cars, they're not supposed to be renting out. There's always a loophole.
Of course.
A 60-40 split. Someone's pulling this, someone's pulling that. There are a couple companies that I do work with, One of my good friends is John. He has the showroom.
Okay.
He's a, luxury car concierge service. He has a bunch of beautiful exotics that he rents. It's legitimate. Nice. And then my other friend, Brandon Condi, I don't know if you know Brandon.
Yep, I know Brandon.
But he just started the exotic car animation where he's doing the same things. And
Dope.
those are two legitimate rental car companies that I do work with. But there's a lot of these fugazis out there that really I wouldn't recommend. And I've seen what goes on, and that's kind of why I never got involved in it.
All right, so boom.
I fell off subject there, but
Nice. So it gave me like a pretty good idea. So I wanted to ask you: is partnering up, in your space, is partnering up with these car rental places a good idea? And like, is that a way that you get a lot of business?
So I partner up with a lot of rental car companies. I do a lot of their work. But like I said, I like to handpick my work and who I work with. I stand behind what I do with these vehicles, and I stand behind my product and what I turn out. Mm-hmm. A lot of these rental car company guys, they don't really care about the vehicle. They don't care the way it looks.
Yeah.
I understand that. They're in it for money. The car's going to get hit, scratched, beat up again. My name's on it after I repair it.
Yeah.
I don't want my name on something that doesn't look perfect.
Okay.
So I kind of tend to stay away from them unless their companies are legitimate and they want their repairs done to industry standards and perfect. Otherwise, I won't touch
So
it.
you're saying like these rental car companies, they just want to get their shit fixed as cheap as possible. Don't really give a fuck about the work. Okay.
They don't care about the work. They're rental cars.
Yeah.
They get these Rolls Royces. They're beat up.
Yep.
They get 80,000 miles on them.
That's true.
They don't give a fuck about them. They run them up, make
Yeah.
their bread, glue it together, stick it. Doesn't have to match. I don't care. We'll wrap over it,
Yeah.
And it's not what I do because my name means a lot to me,
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make sure that my product's perfect. If someone says, yo, Wayne, Crunch Collision, they did that car. They did this. The color doesn't match. I'm not taking my shit there.
Yeah.
There goes your brand,
For sure. So yeah, back to what your point of you're saying that you don't like to get into the the car space. So I have my own concierge service too. That's like another business of mine, and I'm basically a broker, and I like it because for me it's really word of mouth. My clientele is word of mouth and personal branding. I have a pretty dope personal brand. Like right now, I rented today already. I rented 2 cars. I have spring break. Shit's going crazy.
Yep.
Bro. I got like 4 or 5 yachts already booked this weekend.
I love what you said. I'm a broker.
Yeah.
Which that's what I like. You're not
No
liable,
liability
you're not
at all.
responsible.
Exactly.
You just plug and play.
Yeah.
I broker a lot of deals also. Customers come in the same type of way, but I'll never put them in a car that has my name on it that I own or be involved in it. So I like the broker thing a lot more.
Can you broker in this space too?
Absolutely. I didn't know you were doing that, but I'll plug you in a lot. I have a lot of clientele. I mean, I get guys all the time. Like this Lambo got dropped off, for instance. He's here in town for a couple weeks. He has, 3 or 4 houses. His Lambo was in his Miami house.
Yeah.
He has no car. He's here. So he actually rented a Ferrari, a 488 for my boy. He's running around with for a couple days,
Dope. All right,
Sometimes for these customers too, I'll even cover the rental, so I'll hook them up.
Yeah, because you're okay.
Yeah, I'm making money in their job. I give them a free rental. It costs me a couple bucks, but I make them happy,
As an entrepreneur, what do you say are 5 necessary skills to become successful?
The first is organization. Organization,
Facts.
dedication.
Facts.
Make sure you're dedicated to what you do. Eat, breathe, and sleep it. Or you're not going to be able to succeed in it most of the time. Consistency. You want to make sure that you're consistent, your product's consistent. Marketing. Making sure you stand behind what you do. Market yourself in the proper way. Pick the proper direction that you want to bring your business into. Pretty much making sure you follow through with what you say.
Yeah.
It's a big
Be a
thing.
man of your word.
Yeah, man of your word. And be what you are. Make sure you do what you say.
Facts. I like that a lot. Now, because I like reading books, like kind of. I try to read every day. Don't really get to read every day, but I do learn a lot from it.
Yeah.
Are you a believer in books or?
I believe in books. I think they're great. I actually dropped out of high school when I was 16.
Yeah.
I don't like reading. It wasn't my thing.
Okay.
I'm more visual. I'm a picture type of person. My spelling the same way. I don't spell the greatest,
Yeah.
I don't really know who invented it, or who made it, or who decided how to spell these words because, I don't think they spell them right. I like to spell them the way I like to spell them.
Okay.
I think the way I spell them makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big reader or writer.
Have you read a couple
I've definitely read a few books.
What are some recommendations, or what are some books?
One book that I think people should all read is Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah.
Robert Kowalski wrote it. I think it was a really great book.
Yeah. That was my first book.
It's a fire book.
That's I feel like that book helps turn people to
100%.
entrepreneurs.
It's a great
it gives
book
them
to read.
the mindset, like the mentality type shit.
Yep, 100%. That's pretty much the only book that I would really go out of my way to tell somebody to read.
Yeah. When you got started, do you have a mentor in the space, like someone who helped you?
No, I had nobody.
So you did everything like just the hard way.
Everything
like
the hard way,
down
man.
and getting back up type shit.
I had a couple people that I used to look up to a little bit here and there, and over the time I kind of stopped looking up to them.
Yeah.
And was like, shit, I'm looking up to all the wrong people.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find a mentor now for myself.
Yeah.
Especially somebody in this industry. Mm-hmm. This industry is really an industry where you don't have many people that are successful in it.
Okay.
It's kind of a burnt down, beat up industry. That's why we're here to change it.
Would you say a mentor is like people should get a mentor? Or would you say? Yeah?
Absolutely, 100%. Even my father's been a little bit of a mentor to me, a big mentor to me actually growing up. I grew up upstate New York. I've been involved in hundreds of different businesses with him, with real estate, construction, catering halls, restaurants, boat yards. I mean, a little bit of everything. Vodka companies. I had a couple candle companies and some smaller startups, pizza shops. I've been around the block with it all.
Yeah.
And I've always learned different tricks and ways to get around things. And pretty much the art of the deal is what my dad taught me. Every deal, anything's possible. It's all in the art of the deal and how you get it done and how you can make it work. So, I definitely looked up to him as a mentor. And I think without my father, I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am today. Just because of the values that he's brought to me, the work ethic that he's brought to me, and and showing me that anything's possible, and the little loopholes that I've learned from him and how to get around things. A big thing he always told me was, you need to learn how to work with people. I told him, Dad, I'm not going to school anymore. He told me, wait, in school, it's not to learn. It's to be able to manipulate and work the system and get around it and pass. Mm-hmm. So if you can work the people, that's when you become successful.
That's a gem
we don't really care about Christopher Columbus and what ocean he sailed across.
Yeah, I got a 200. SAT score, like on SATs, the master you get like 1600. I got 100% bright futures. Doing it that way. I didn't know the answers, but she did. Yeah, right. And I still got my scholarship.
Yeah, it's funny.
But yeah, no, that's facts. So as long as you get the job done, you get the job done.
Yeah.
So on the topic of mentors, I had a mentor when I first came down. He actually did real estate wholesaling, and I was broke when I first came to Miami. I didn't have much to my name, but I dropped out of college to go, and I helped my mentor with social media. In return, I was like his assistant. He was paying me as well, but he was teaching me like the sauce of business, and I feel like that helped me a lot, in just a sense to see how to run a business. His processes, because I was also building out his courses and stuff like that. And I think it helped me with my mindset, but it had nothing to do with the niche I'm in. I got the OnlyFans management, I got the concierge service, and then I got a veneers business too. That's also what I do. What are some other things that you're invested in that you suggest I know it's not financial advice, but that you suggest other people invest in?
So what I like to do for myself, I like the things that I can touch and feel.
Okay.
Real estate, jewelry, vehicles if they're purchased the proper way or if they're used in the right way. Things that are, real. Crypto, online, the stocks, it's great. I see a ton of people making money with it. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
If I can't see it, touch it, feel it, I'm a very visual person. So I stay away from things like that. But, this business is something great. It's a great business to be involved in. I use this for a hub for a lot of other things I do. So definitely getting involved in the collision and auto business is something that I would recommend for somebody if they like cars and art and need a home base. It's something I always like to have because it's my home. The main thing that I would recommend for somebody that wants to start something is honestly, I would start a marketing company.
Yeah.
Marketing company for themselves.
Something that doesn't really have overhead.
Who you are. And then you can build anything you want off of that.
What can they expect from your course, and how can your course help, the average person watching?
So my course is pretty much going to teach you all the fundamentals that you're going to need in multiple different businesses from the start to the beginning, on top of how to start your collision and custom car business from nothing. So even if you don't want to be involved in the custom car industry, it's still something that I think you should watch. It tells you a little about me and how I got started, and you can take that and use it in many other businesses, Okay. It's kind of the same formula. You get A, B, and C, and it works for so many different businesses. Yep. It's a lot easier than you think. It's just being consistent with it and doing what you want to do.
Having the right systems.
Having the right systems in place. Organization.
Dope.
But my courses are important for everything.
And it has everything A to Z?
Every single thing broken down.
Dope.
We're going to be doing a couple in-person courses also where they can come, spend a week with me, spend a month with me, so forth. We're going to show them how to run the shop, how to write estimates, how to paint cars, how to do body work. and also how to be part of the lifestyle that we've built around our business.
So how much does it cost, and do they have access to you? Like if they have questions?
My course is $1,500 for the online version. It's going to be around 5 to 6 hours. It'll be completely finished this week. The in-person 3-day course will be $2,500. And then we're going to have one option is going to be a 1 month course where they're going to come stay with here 1 month in Florida with me.
Okay.
They're going to come with me. I'm going to show them part of the lifestyle. I'm going to let them meet some people that I know, build some relationships, learn every single aspect in detail of the business.
The last question before we end this off. You're looking icy, my boy. You're looking icy.
I like things that I can touch, feel.
You're looking icy. How much you got on you right now? I got
This
the
not much
shining,
that I can light say, it was a light day.
Some light.
But I'm a big jewelry guy,
Okay.
These watches are around $50,000. It's a Cartier skeleton.
50?
Oh no.
Yes, sir. What about the necklace?
The necklace, I think these are all like 30 pointers. It's something I had forever. I just had it reset,
Okay.
A lot of the stuff I buy is investments, they go up over time.
Okay.
Hopefully if you buy them right.
Are you into watches and stuff too?
I love watches.
You have a bunch?
I have a big collection of watches,
What is the collection look like?
I had a couple Pateks, some RMs.
Nice.
A lot of APs. I like diamonds.
Yeah.
So I've ruined a few of them, they would say, icing them out.
All right, man. I hope that gained some value, some knowledge from my dog Wayne right here. And don't forget, Wayne is dropping a course. So links are gonna be in the bio. If you're interested, let me know, hit me up, or just go in the bio, boom, and yeah.
I'm gonna drop a promo code too for a 25% discount.
For sure.
If they come through. Yep.
Hey, I got you. We gone.
Perfect. Let's do it.